I never believed quiet days could be dangerous. Until the morning our town changed. The fog on the street felt heavier than usual, like it was hiding something no one was ready to see. Then I saw him again. The man everyone whispers about. The former UDT operative who never talks to anyone. He wasn't supposed to be here. He disappeared months ago, and yet, there he was. Standing in the middle of the road. His eyes locked on mine like he already knew what I feared. "Stay home today," he said. His voice was low, controlled, like someone used to giving orders. No explanation, no warmth, just a warning. I should have walked away. I should have ignored him. But something in his eyes, regret, maybe, pain, or a truth he couldn't say out loud, kept me there. They say UDT soldiers don't break. They follow rules. They stay detached. But then why did I hear his voice shake when he added, "I can't protect you if you don't listen." Protect me? From what? From who? From him? The alarm siren echoed from the pier. Something happened near the docks. And he already knew. He stepped closer, close enough that I could hear his heartbeat in the silence. And whispered, "It's starting again. Don't trust anyone, not even me." And just like that, he turned and walked toward the danger. Like he'd been waiting for it all along. I don't know why, but I followed him. The pier was already crawling with people when we arrived. Police tape, sirens, radios hissing with tension, but none of them knew what was actually happening. Only he did. He scanned the scene with those trained eyes. Like he was reading danger the way others read the morning news. Then he froze. Something or someone caught his attention. "Don't look. Just listen," he murmured. His voice dropped into that controlled UDT tone. The one that sounded like orders wrapped in fear. "There's another team here. They're not police. They move too clean, too quiet." I pretended to tie my shoe. But my heart was slamming against my ribs. He stepped closer, blocking me from view. His hand gently pushing me behind him. Protective, but never touching. Then we saw them. 3 men, no badges, no hesitation. They walked like they knew where to go. Like they were here for someone specific. For him. He whispered, "If anything goes wrong, run. Not home, they'll check there first. Go to the old lighthouse." "Why there?" I asked. His jaw tightened. "Because that's where I lost everything. And where I might get it back." Before I could ask what he meant, one of the men spotted us. Their eyes locked with his. Recognition, anger, history. He grabbed my wrist, not roughly. Not like a soldier dragging a civilian. But like someone terrified of losing the only safe thing left. "Please," he said, voice cracking for the first time. "Don't make me protect you and fight them at the same time." Then he let go, and ran toward the danger. Alone. Again. I should have escaped. I should have listened. But whatever was happening here wasn't just his past. It was becoming my future. So I followed him. Again. The lighthouse stood at the edge of the world. Like it had been waiting for us. Wind tore across the cliffs. Waves crashing like a heartbeat out of control. He didn't say a word on the way there. Not a glance. Not a breath wasted. Just that heavy silence of a man walking back into his own ghosts. The door was already open. Like someone had been there first. Waiting. Inside, everything smelled like salt and dust and memory. A metal locker. A broken radio. A jacket with his UDT patch still clinging to it like a wound that never healed. He froze. Not the soldier I saw at the pier. Not the man who warned me. Just someone who had already lost too much. His voice cracked. "I trained here. Before everything went wrong." I stepped closer, slowly, as if loud movement would shatter him. "What happened?" He didn't answer. He looked at his hands instead. Like they remembered something he wished they could forget. Then the flashback hit him. Not visually, not like movies show it. But in the way his breath stopped. In the way his shoulders tensed like gunshots were echoing in his skull. He whispered, "They told me to leave someone behind. Command said it was the only way to survive." Silence. Cold. Unforgiving. "Did you?" I asked softly. His answer was barely a voice. "I survived. But I don't know if I lived." Before I could touch his arm, a floorboard creaked upstairs. Not the wind. Not memory. Someone was here. He pulled me behind him with instinct. Eyes turning sharp, calculating, lethal. The soldier was back. But this time, the fear in his gaze wasn't for himself. It was for me. The second floor was darker than the first. As if the light itself was afraid to climb the stairs. He raised his hand, not touching me. Just close enough that I felt the heat of his presence. A silent order to stay behind him. We moved, step by step. Slow, deliberate, like every breath could get us killed. At the top of the stairs, a silhouette waited. Not hiding, not running, watching. You came back, the intruder said. A man's voice sharp, like broken glass. He wasn't surprised. He wasn't scared. He knew him. The UDT operative in front of me didn't flinch. His shoulders squared, jaw clenched. Stand down. This isn't your fight anymore. The intruder laughed, low and tired. You left us to die. And now you think you can walk back like you're still one of us? My heartbeat climbed into my throat. I wasn't sure who to trust. Both men carried truth like a weapon. Both carried lies like armor. He didn't deny it. He didn't defend himself. He just breathed in, once, like the memory physically hurt him. I made a call to save who I could, he said quietly. That's what Command would have done. The intruder stepped forward. Command isn't here anymore, just the consequences. His hand slid behind his back. A weapon, hidden but ready. And that's when the UDT operative reached back. His fingers brushing my arm, barely a touch. Not romantic, but desperate. A message without words. Don't panic. Don't move. I'll handle it. But the intruder wasn't looking at him anymore. He was looking at me. So she's why you came back, he said. Not a question. An accusation. I didn't know what to say. Even if I did, the words would have drowned in the tension. The room felt like a lit fuse. One wrong breath and everything would go up in flames. Then the intruder whispered, "Tell me the truth. Is she your weakness, or your reason to fight?" Silence. Then his answer, raw and broken. "I don't know yet." The weapon lifted. The world held its breath. And everything exploded. The world didn't explode in fire. It exploded in movement. The intruder lunged first. Steel glinted. Boots scraped the floor. A breath, a heartbeat, a choice. He moved faster. UDT precision, no hesitation, no wasted motion. A strike to the wrist. A kick to the knee. The weapon clattered across the floorboards like thunder. I stumbled back, gripping the railing. Watching two ghosts from the same past tear each other apart. They weren't just fighting for survival. They were fighting for what they used to be. Run, he shouted to me, not because he wanted me gone, but because he wanted me safe. I said go. His voice cracked, and for the first time, I heard the fear behind his strength. But my legs wouldn't move. I wasn't just afraid of dying. I was afraid of leaving him alone with what he couldn't outrun. The intruder pinned him against the wall. Rage sharp enough to cut the air. You think protecting her will clean your hands? A laugh like broken bone. She'll learn who you really are. And when she does, she'll run from you too. Something in his eyes shattered. Not weakness, humanity. I know, he said. But I'll protect her anyway. He broke free, one last strike. And the intruder collapsed. Breathing. Alive. Defeated, but not gone. Sirens approached in the distance. Too late to save us. Just in time to make things worse. He looked at me, breathless. Bleeding. Tired of running. I won't ask you to trust me, he said. I just need you to choose. Leave now or stay and learn the truth. The lighthouse lights flickered, like even the building was holding its breath. I stepped closer, my voice shaking. I'm here. For now I stay. He closed his eyes, relief, pain, gratitude. A fragile peace. But only for a moment. Because down the stairs, from the shadows below, another voice rose. Then she deserves to hear what happened that night. Tell her who you left behind. His face drained of color. My heart stopped. And episode 8 ended there. With the truth waiting in the dark.